Alright guys, this is answers explained from test 3-1. This is number 3D, find the circumcenter. So I give you all the information you need up here. The circumcenter is the point of concurrency of the perpendicular bisectors. This is really the important part in this, perpendicular bisectors of the triangle. So in order to find the point of concurrency, or the point of intersection, where these two are going to cross, or where these things are going to cross, I need to find at least two perpendicular bisectors. You don't need all three, you just need two. So let's go ahead and figure this out. Number one, perpendicular bisectors, they're perpendicular. So we've got to use the fact that their slopes are going to be opposite reciprocal. And then a bisector means it passes through the midpoint. So really this is just writing the equation of a line that passes through a particular point and has a particular slope, and that's a really basic problem. We need to do it twice and then check out where they intersect. So basic problem, a lot of information in there, but really a basic problem when you get right down to what you're really doing. So let's go ahead and we can go ahead and solve for, we can do either any two. Let's look at LM. So we're going to look at the slope of LM. The slope of LM is going to be 7 minus 5 over 6 minus 4. So 7 minus 5 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 4. Slope of that thing is going to be 1/2. And then the perpendicular, the slope of the perpendicular is going to equal -2. So we'll use that fact. The next piece that we need for the perpendicular bisector of LM, it's going to pass through LM in a perpendicular, and it's also going to pass through the midpoint of LM. So I need the midpoint of LM in order to complete this equation of the perpendicular bisector. Well, midpoint of LM is going to be the average of the x's. So the average of 2 and 6 is 4. The average of 5 and 7 is 6. Nice easy midpoint there. So there's the point that it passes through. That's the slope. I like to deal with slope-intercept. I know you guys like point-slope a lot. Either way is fine. If I'm going to do slope-intercept, then I need to go through and solve for the intercept. So y equals -2 times whatever my x is. In this case, it's 4 plus b. Solve for b. This is -8. Move it over, it's a +8, so I've got 14 is going to equal my intercept. So let's go ahead and change colors just to highlight this. My equation for the perpendicular bisector of LM is going to be y equals -2. That's the slope that is perpendicular to LM. X plus 14. So there's one equation I'm going to use. Alright, my next one that I'm going to use here, again, it doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and pick LN, just because I feel like picking LN, I guess. The slope of LN, we need that, and then we need to find the opposite reciprocal because it's a perpendicular bisector. So the slope of LN, 3 minus 5 is a -2 over 8 minus 4, or I'm sorry, 8 minus 2 is a 6, so -2 over 6. It's going to be -1/3. And we want the perpendicular to that. So the slope of the perpendicular bisector is then going to be +3. So there's my slope. I now need the midpoint of LN. Midpoint of LN, average of the x's, and the average of the y's. Here's L, average of 2 and 8 is going to be 5. And then the average of 5 and 3 is going to be 4. So it's going to pass through 5, 4 with a slope of 3. We need to go through again. I'm going to deal with, I'm going to write it in slope-intercept so that it's easy when I go to find the intersection. I can just set those two equations equal. So I've got 4 equals, there's my y, 4 equals, slope times my x plus b. That's 15 minus 15 is going to give me a negative 11 for my y-intercept, and my equation for that particular perpendicular bisector is going to be y equals the perpendicular slope to ln, which is 3, times x minus 11. Alright, so I've got my two equations right here. I want to find where those two things intersect, so I want to set those equal. So the next thing is to find the point of intersection between negative 2x plus 14 and 3x minus 11. So they intersect where they're equal, set them equal. Go through and solve. We move our 2x over, we end up with 5x over here. Plus 11 is going to give me 25. This is going to work out real nicely. So my x is going to be 5. Go up and plug this 5 into either one of these equations, and we can find that y is equal to 3 times 5 minus 11. 15 minus 11 is 4, so my circumcenter then, or the point of intersection, sorry, my writing utensil here is getting a little screwed up, a little slow today. My circumcenter, or the point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors, is going to be at 5, 4.